Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Timon and Pumbaa. This is a animated series that came out in 1995, yeah, a year after the hit animated film The Lion King. This is a spin-off, of course, Simba's sidekick buddies, the warthog and whatever Timon is. I can't. Why don't I know what he is? Why have I never thought about what he is? A meerkat. He's a meerkat. It says meerkats. Yeah, meerkat, warthog. 1995 to 1998, 3 seasons, and this is just there's like 2 stories per episode. They're about 25 minutes long. It's your average Saturday morning cartoon type of wacky fun. So apparently Simba shows up here and there. Sometimes he just pops in to say hi to his old pals and jack up the ratings, I guess. I don't know. Did they really track the ratings? Like, oh my gosh, the kids are tuning in because Simba's going to show up this week? I don't know. I don't know if that works. I have a feeling this might have just been on the Disney Channel. I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't grow up watching it. Sorry to say. It's lots of good corny fun. It's got tons of punny humor, especially in the titles. But the funny thing about this is that it starts out with a content warning at the very beginning. One of those things that's a black screen with text, and it says there's some really dicey depictions of certain people and cultures that were wrong then and they're wrong now. But we decided rather than just cutting it out, we'll leave it in with context, I guess, and here you go. You can't skip this. Read it. And then it starts. And I have a feeling I don't know if it's for every episode. I only watched the one episode with the 2 stories. I have a feeling I know what the one is in the very first story of the first episode. The guys end up, looks like on an island, like a tropical island as compared to Africa, where they usually hang out, and they run into some natives. Yeah. There's what the heck? No! Did I leave it not untouched for a while before I loaded everything up? I'm sorry. Anyway, you would have got to see my screensaver. Yay. So yeah, they end up meeting some natives. And the natives, well, it's a pretty not so great depiction. It's kind of ooga booga with the masks and everything else. However, it's not a good look. But at the very end, they take off their masks and costumes, and they turn out to be like yuppie. They're all black men, but they're all just sort of like yuppie men who are just on vacation. They're just like, oh, let's go back and play tennis. I'm so tired of this. This was fun for a lark, and we'll just move on. And like their leader is like, hey, we don't get our deposit back if we don't continue with this. If we go home, so they kind of redeem themselves. No, they don't really redeem themselves in that. No, because it's cultured black men dressing up as cliche natives. Yeah, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't make it look any better. So yeah, you get that from time to time, I guess, or at least just that episode. Anyway, what is interesting about this, about the casting of this, everybody you've ever heard of that's done Disney animation voices is in this. Tress MacNeille, Rob Paulson, Jeff Bennett, Jim Cummings. It's there's Corey Burton, Frank Welker. There's Robert Guillaume shows up in this. Hey, but the funny thing is that our main characters, Timon and Pumbaa, are performed by Ernie Sambella, who is Pumbaa. Pumbaa is the word. Pumbaa. He played Pumbaa in the films, and also in the animated series. However, Nathan Lane is not playing Timon, which is really weird because his name still shows up in the credits as playing another character, Captain something or other. I couldn't see the rest of the name, but yeah, it's it's a little strange that the guy sounds pretty much almost like him. Kevin Schoen plays Timon, and yeah, so you don't get Nathan Lane in this for the most part. But yeah, this is a, from top to bottom, this is a 100% Disney production with all the voice actors you recognize in tons of different roles. So definitely worth checking out for that if you love your family of animated voice characters, because they definitely know what they're doing. This is not amateur night. This is a pretty great collection of actors. Yeah, I mean, April Winchell. That was, oh yeah, Kath Soucie, Jess Harnell. Yeah, all sorts of voices. That's all I can really tell you. But it's got that 90s chaos animation feel to it. It's a classic hand-drawn animated cells and things like that. But it's got that, I don't want to say Animaniacs kind of feel, because Animaniacs is its own thing, very much its own thing. But there's something about the animated comedy cartoons of that era that were just unhinged. And so, yeah, you get Timon and Pumbaa, and it's just joke. It's not so much any of this, hey, let's learn a lesson by the end of the thing, and don't do drugs, and don't, none of the G.I. Joe, now, you've learned, learning is half the battle, and now you win. Whatever that was. I grew up with it. I don't even remember. Yeah, it's still just crazy, wacky fun. And you get to hear Timon's attitude on relationships, even though he seems to be in a long-term relationship with Pumbaa. When he has the opportunity to get food in exchange for hooking up 2 flying squirrels, he almost closes the deal, but yeah, he's like, dude, don't give up flying. Don't give up all your freedom for a woman. Ugh. So yeah, you get to know what Timon's all about, at least relationship-wise. Never mind, Pumbaa is right there. So anyway, yeah, it's worth checking out if you grew up with this kind of thing. It's definitely definitely bring back some memories, but don't expect it to be Lion King level animation. It's just not going to be. It's animated television, but it's still fun. It's still absolute wacky fun. And from what I understand, it's not just them wandering around Africa, obviously, as we saw in the first thing. From what I understand, they go to Manhattan. They go all over the place. They travel the world and get in all sorts of shenanigans. So, let's pick tomorrow's episode.
261.
261. 261. we just had 262 the other day, and this is interesting. It's not sure if it's a documentary or reality. It feels like it could go either way, but we'll find out. It might be a series. We'll find out. It's called My Ghost Story. Something makes me think it's like celebrities telling their experiences with ghosts. I could be completely wrong, but My Ghost Story is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.